This is one of the most rare events in all of Mormonism, and it happened again just hours ago. Now, if everything has gone to plan, I was in the room when it happened. As you're watching this right now, it is very possible that I'm in the conference center, which is why this is not a live video that many of you might have been expecting. But before you head on over to someone else's general conference coverage, please know these two things. First, we will be back with the regularly scheduled programming for October 2026. And second, this video is going to cover why the vote that just took place today marks the start of Dallin H. Oaks' legitimacy as leader of the church. Up until this point, he was, to my understanding of church doctrine and teachings, not holding the position of church president legitimately. And if that sounds pretty full on, then let me explain. At Russell M. Nelson's Solemn Assembly, Henry B. Eyring said this:
"This is an occasion of great significance for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints throughout the world. Dating from October 10th, 1880, when John Taylor was sustained to succeed Brigham Young as prophet, seer, and revelator, and President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Each of these occasions has been designated as a formal, solemn assembly of the body of the Church to express the voice of the Church. We will vote by quorums and groups. Wherever you are invited to stand only when requested, and express by your uplifted hand that you choose to sustain those whose names will be presented. You should vote only when asked to stand. The general authorities assigned to the tabernacle and the assembly hall on Temple Square will observe the voting in those facilities. In stake centers, a member of the stake presidency will observe the voting. If anyone casts a contrary vote, those individuals should contact their respective stake presidents. We will now proceed."
And we probably heard something very similar, if not exactly the same thing, today from either Eyring or Christofferson. Ironically, what was being referred to in those remarks is the October 1880 General Conference, the full quote from which lays out a course of action that's actually contradictory to what we just heard. For some time, the 12 have been operating in the capacity of a First Presidency, and it was very proper that they should have acted in that capacity. As you heard Brother Pratt state this morning, in referring to this subject, this was the course adopted at the time when the Prophet Joseph Smith left us. 12 then stepped forward into the position of the First Presidency and operated for about 3 years in that capacity. And when President Young left us, it was thought proper that the same course should be pursued. But that's not just how it used to be for the death of Brigham Young and Joseph Smith, it's how it still ought to be right now, according to, if nothing else, church teaching materials which are referencing canonized church scripture. Could a person hold an office in the church without the consent of the people? No man can preside in this church in any capacity without the consent of the people. The Lord has placed upon us the responsibility of sustaining by vote those who are called to various positions of responsibility. No man, should the people decide to the contrary, could preside over any body of Latter-day Saints in this church, and yet it is not the right of the people to nominate, to choose, for that is the right of the priesthood. Why then did we get this on the 14th of October 2025?
We are honored now to announce that President Dallas Harris Oaks was set apart as the 18th President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints this morning.
That was done without the common consent of the people, because the people weren't consulted, they weren't given a chance to give their consent. And since no man can preside in this church in any capacity without the consent of the people, the Quorum of the 12 should have continued to preside over the church as a united quorum, like they presided over the October 2025 General Conference. They should be doing that until the new First Presidency could be sustained at this April 2026 General Conference, in the session that we've just had. According to not only the precedent put forward by the 1880 General Conference, but also according to the Doctrine of the Church stated as recently as 2017, between the 14th of October 2025 and the 5th of April 2026, for almost 6 months, Dallin H. Oaks had no legitimate authority to preside over the church. And if you think that's a hot take, then check out this video here where I rank your Mormon hot takes. And if you want to see this work continue, then I'd kindly ask for $5, $10, $20 a month or whatever you can afford at the donor box link in the description. That's donorbox.org/Nemo the Mormon. This channel only survives thanks to the generous support of people like you. So thank you very much.